So we're joined today by Tristan and Freddie from Magnolia Park. Welcome to the program, guys.
Whoa.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, Magnolia Park have a double EP drop, Moon Eater and Soul Eater, coming out on August 18th through Epitaph.
Yeah.
And according to the press release, Moon Eater is darker and heavier, and Soul Eater is brighter and poppier. Based on our earlier conversation, Freddie, you lean on the brighter and poppier side.
Yeah.
Okay, so then like Tristan, can I attribute you to like the heavy dark side?
Oh wait, no, I thought you meant which side we like more. No,
Yeah, well, you said you're like not a metalcore guy, so I figured you got to be the other half, right?
yeah, but I mean, I still know how to write. But
Okay, well, no, trust. I believe you know how to
yeah,
write.
Yeah, everything's a collective effort. I can't claim larger responsibility of anything.
He's capping. He's capping. He
Is he underselling right now?
Yeah, he wrote Wishful Thinking. That was like his thing. I mean, we like me, Vince, and Freddie, like we do like bring in a lot of demos ourselves, like, and then Josh and Joe like bring the sauce to those demos, you know? That's what they do. Like Josh's voice makes the songs at the end of the day. And then Joe's such an amazing drummer that like you're only good as your drummer, you know? So Freddie's underselling right now. Huge undersell.
Okay, all right. Like you guys are here though, so like you can are more than welcome to take all the credit, and we can just say like the other guys helped, right?
Sure. Nah, Vince would be mad. Vince would be mad. No.
Yeah, but he's all the way in Germany. We found out. What the fuck's he gonna do?
Yeah, Vince being in Germany makes our writing process very unique, I would say, because
you're waiting 24 hours to get like a sample back or something.
It's more like at 4 a.m. my time, he would be messaging me like a demo or something, and then like telling me to get up because we had a feature come in, and I'm just like half asleep, and he's yelling at me in German, and I don't understand what's going on. So yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. This is gonna be a really stupid question, but Vince is German.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. I thought maybe he was just like a transplant, right? Like he really liked the vibe out there, so he moved.
Nah, he was working. We work out of the studio called the Audio Compound, where Andrew Wade and Andy Karpovic work out of, like A Day to Remember, Real Friends, Neck Deep. The whole reason why we went there was Neck Deep's album. Was it Life Now to Get You, Freddie, right?
Yeah, Life
Yeah.
Now to Get You.
Yeah, so like he was interning there, and I think this was right before Dream Eater, our EP, was done, and I was like, he wrote us a song called Back Home, and I was like, bro, just join the band. I was trying to like get a like a Jordan Fish person. I was like,
this is so fucking funny. This is
Yeah,
so funny. You thought you found a Jordan Fish.
Yeah, Vince
I'll give it that you got close, because like Magnolia Park, like the songs are good, right? So I'm gonna like give Vince a little bit of something. Life's Not Out to Get You. That came out like, forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like that came out before I thought Magnolia Park was even a band.
Yeah, but we were just looking through credits, like and like producers we wanted to work with.
Got it. Okay.
It so happened that Andrew Wade was in Orlando, Florida, and we were like, oh my god, how do we work with this guy? And we hit him up a bunch of times. We sent him a demo, no response.
Brutal.
So,
absolutely brutal.
Yeah, so I think we put our first song Patience, and then I think he saw it on Facebook, and then we messaged him then, like, hey, can we come and work? And so we went to go work. We had no idea who A Day to Remember was at the time. Apparently they were like a big deal.
Yeah, what kind of fucking bubble do you have to live in to be like in the pop punk scene and not even be familiar with A Day to Remember?
Yeah, we were really like that new, like kind of 2010s, like Real Friends, Neck Deep movements. We wanted to be like a movement style bands when we started with like our original drummer Scott and Josh. We were just like doing like movements sounding.
Not even close at this point. Not even close.
Even
okay, so a couple of questions. Do you guys exclusively work out of the Audio Compound? Like, do you record all your shit there?
No, we actually been working in LA. And we had a couple like Nashville writers, I guess, like come to Audio Compound, but we've been working with Colin Britton, Matt Malpass, Code Blood, all in LA, and it's been really awesome like working over there. Mostly what we do, because we have like between me and Freddie and Vince, we bring probably like 40 songs before we do a project.
Jesus Christ, that's insane for a band who releases a new song every other week.
Yeah. Yeah,
or maybe that explains it, because apparently your back catalog is huge.
Yeah, we come with a lot of demos and a lot of ideas, and we kind of like condense it down as much as we can to the best ideas. So what we do is we bring these demos to like other songwriters and producers and see how we can like create with them. But our home base is the audio compound. Like that's where like Wade and Andy, we do all like the drum tracking. We really refine our songs and take the time to like craft them correctly,
Okay.
So you're not leaving Andrew Wade on, like, not leaving him on red now, right?
No.
That would be a power move, though.
Oh no way, no way. Wade's such a crazy guy. He's like Wade and Andy Karpovic are like both like my mentors. And they really like helped us level up as a band. Like they gave us the opportunity to work in the studio, and they're such like high level producers and like songwriters. They taught us how to like write songs correctly, even though we didn't like A Day to Remember, like, or we weren't fans of them.
Right, you hated them.
Yeah, they knew how to write songs really well, and we wanted to learn from people like that,
Okay, that all makes sense. How so second question, how unimpressed were you when you went on tour with A Day to Remember? That feels like a granted wish for any other band, but you guys couldn't give a shit?
No, we were grateful. We knew who they were. It's not like we didn't know. That me and Tristan, we weren't really into pop punk. It was more like we were an alt band, and then our old drummer was like, I want to make music like Movements. And then we were like, yeah, sure. And then that's when we got into like Real Friends and Neck Deep, because I don't know, the other stuff just like I was into like Tristan's like really into the Queens of Stone Age, and I was really into like progressive post-hardcore. So
give me a couple progressive post-hardcore bands you were into. I'm trying to get a vibe for what you like.
Well, I mean, I like a little bit of everything, but I mean, I like Kill the Sun. I was really into Stolus, like that 2010s huge wave that just happened.
Have you, out of curiosity, have you heard the new Hail the Sun album?
I haven't. I didn't. I mean, no, I haven't.
Okay, listen, if you fell off, now's time to get back in. Like, it's really good.
Is it really good?
It's I think it might be the best one they've ever written. It's very strong.
A couple albums ago, I was like, man, it's not hitting the same. It didn't. I was a little disappointed. I was just like disappointed. I'm like, man, I just really love this music, and like, it doesn't seem like Orlando was like fucking with it hard. Like, it was easy to play shows. I started a band. They were called I Met a Yeti, and they're still a band.
Wait, hold on. What are they called?
I Met a Yeti.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, I helped. I was like early in it.
You started the band, Freddie. Just say it, bro.
Yeah. It was
you won't take credit for anything,
dude.
It's with me and our friend Lewis. Me and Tristan have been friends with him since like 7th grade. And then Scott plays, our old drummer Scott, he plays in a band called Grieve. And that's where he is right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard of them.
Okay, so you started off, you wanted to sound like Movements. You didn't know who A Day to Remember was. You're really in the progressive post-hardcore. How the fuck did we get to where we are now, where you have like one pop punk EP and then one metalcore meets hip hop EP coming out?
I think that's, at the end of the day, we just like making music together. Like me and Freddie would spend like over 12 hours a day just writing together, because we wanted to just like figure out how to make songs, and we love writing together, and we love like writing with Josh and Joe and Vince. So like making music is like so fun to us at the end of the day. So I think because like Freddie's like post-hardcore, and then I'm really into like hip hop and like heavy music too. And then Vince, he's a producer from the pop world, so it all kind of like collides into this like weird thing where we just make what we like, we don't care what like other people think. We make what we think would be cool and like progressive for the time. So like songs like Do or Die have like a funk beat and then like a heavy breakdown and then like a rapper in it. We just wanted, that's like cool to us, and it's like fun to us. At the same time, we'll do a song like 10 for 10 where it's just like a fun Real Friends like pop punk beat, and we love that stuff too. So that's
do you guys, I don't know exactly how to phrase this, but do you guys like not think ahead? Like, is the vibe almost whatever it is that week for you? And it's like these EPs could have been completely different. It's just whatever you were feeling at the time.
No, it's definitely I'm basically like I PowerPoint our years, which
Oh,
sounds
okay. So you're actually
yeah.
incredibly well thought out.
Yeah, we're in the next year right now. Like, we're planning for like 2024.
Wait, shut up.
Are you
Wait,
I'm not even,
years
I'm not
ahead
even-
right now?
Yeah, we actually just got, so these two EPs are gonna lead into something special for October, and it's like building for whatever October and Halloween's gonna happen, you know?
okay.
So like, we're just leading to that. Those two EPs are like showing like, hey, we're gonna do these two new styles and they're gonna collide into one. And we just wanted to Soul Eater and Moon Eater are like characters for us. It started with our song Sick of It All, where we created our character Baku, which his name is like Dream Eater. So we made the Dream Eater EP, and then we like Heart Eater and Soul Eater and Moon. So they're all colliding into this like bigger world, like kind of like Gorilla style. And we're gonna try to do like an anime album eventually when we get the
Shut
fun.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Is Pumpkin Eater not canon?
No, it is. But
Just for the Halloween mixtape, I feel you.
yeah. No, actually, I guess I can spoil this way ahead. It's gonna
This might end up coming out later than you think, so no
Yeah.
worries.
No, I mean like this Pumpkin Eater is the name of the anime that we want to make. So we want to do it like an anime and an album colliding into one eventually.
What does that mean to you? You want to make an anime? Be specific.
Like I guess like have you ever seen like Soul Eater, the anime?
I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like something in that style, and we want to do like each episode gets like a song to tell the story. And we have this story, we're basically for our fans, we're like in some of our lyrics or some of our like music videos and stuff, we're getting like some of the story, and it's going to build into this like big thing.
So are you trying to make an anime in a literal sense, or are you going to make like 6 interconnected music videos with like an anime style?
No, like a Netflix anime.
Shut the fuck.
My
Epitaph must
dad-
love you guys, by the way. Like they're like, what are you guys even doing right now? You're like, here's the next 2 years planned out, and like you don't even have to tell us what to do. We've got it all figured out. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we have a thank you. We have a good team. Oh, and I also wanted to say it's such an honor to be on this podcast with you guys. Like, I've been such a fan.
No, stop. Freddie did this already. We
Oh
can't.
no, I'm doing it. It's my turn, Freddie.
I mean, this one's live, so before
Yeah.
mine was off camera, so you can do
Fair.
you can do it for the speak for the both of us.
All right, fine. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I remember listening to your podcast like around like Dream Eater and like hearing our name and stuff, and you guys talking about it and like actually liking it, and I was like so shocked. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for having us on. You guys are like a big part of the scene, and it means a lot that you guys allowed us to be on here.
No, we appreciate that. Like we told Freddie, listen, it's cooler for us than it is for you. I promise you.
I don't know. I don't know. About that.
We appreciate the band coming on, all that. I did mean to ask, what's the plan for 2030 then?
2030. I don't know.
Is that
Maybe-
slide not made yet? Are you
So
behind?
Vince is into AI. So he thinks like our careers will be done by
Stop.
then. Like, music will
Stop
be done.
it.
Yeah, it might be at Waffle House like Lana Del Rey signing old tour posters.
We've already got an AI made pop punk, right? It's been huge for the last 3 years. You guys are next. Like we've passed the AI phase.
Okay.
Though
mean-
I have heard SpongeBob sing some shit and like it sounds really good. So like I don't know. There is a little bit of competition.
Yeah.
The only way to not lose is to become it. So the faster you can turn your body into a robot.
So this is like Terminator to you.
Yeah,
There's
I
one
mean,
future.
there's only like the technology. Our bodies can only handle so much evolution compared to the technology that we create. So you either have to like become it or just become a part
Freddie,
of
you sound
history.
like this keeps you up at night.
Think about it.
I mean, part of me doesn't want to, right? Because you get a little bit depressed when you start to like Like, all right, well, how easy can they automate my real job? Probably pretty easy. So like I can't do that anymore. Like, can they replicate my voice? Like, yeah, there's like 700,000 hours of audio. They could just use that. There was like a Twitch streamer the other day who was talking about how happy he was to just let AI take over his Twitch streams. And that's probably someone who's like at a point in their lives where like they've made enough money and like for them it's just a job and not really that fun or creative anymore.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to see somebody just come out and be like, yeah, fucking let them have it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
That's pretty nuts.
Have you guys tried to use AI with anything around the band at this point?
Yeah, we've tried in different instincts. Like, I mean, I haven't used it in Magnolia Park, but I use it in my own TikToks. There's this program called like Runway,
Okay.
and it's a video editor. It does a bunch of stuff, and it's also AI. So they have like an AI that green screens things, and then you can take it off. I could pretty much take any background out and put anything else in without the aid of a green screen, or I could replace images. And I've done stuff like that for like TikToks. That's AI implementation.
That's the ideal shit though, because it's just making something you do easier, right?
Yeah, or like things you couldn't do, things that because I don't have access to like a green screen or like nice equipment. I have my phone. I have an iPhone that Tristan gave me, and yeah, so that's pretty nuts. As far as like writing a song, I also use it. I use AI to a small degree because there's ChatGPT, and I like to write in idioms. I get a lot of ideas from idioms, or like I usually know what I want to say. Like I want to talk about this subject, so I'm like an idiom and things relating to this, and that helps like get the ideas going.
Right, so we're at the advantageous stage is what you're saying, right? Where it's just like all of it right now is benefiting you, but what you're scared of is like phase 2.
Yeah, I mean phase 2, everyone has to think about phase 2. It's already happened.
It's fair. It's a fair point. So Magnolia Park feels like one of these rare bands where every single that you guys put out gets like a music video treatment. Why is it that you guys in particular seem to really care about that art form?
Well, we have 2 videographers in the band, Josh and Joe. They shoot music videos for a lot of artists in the Orlando scene. Or like Joe does a lot of our TikTok like style videos, or I'll do it on our phone and stuff. So, and I'm always been into that like whole like art creation process. Like and me and Freddie, since the start of the band, like we've wanted to do this like at the best level we could. So we would like get together all our money to just like fund a music video, which would be like $2,000, which is a lot for like I'm working at Staples at the time and Freddie's working at World Market, and we're just trying to like a whole paycheck into like a music video because it means a lot. Like that's what fans like go to. That's what like I would always go to like watch like my favorite band, and like it connects the art to the music, you know. It's another like way to get deeper into it.
See, I agree completely, but I feel like the sentiment that I get from a lot of bands is that maybe the payback isn't significant enough to like justify it. So is that still kind of the case where you guys maybe do it for the art form and do it because it's creatively fulfilling, but it doesn't necessarily move the needle one way or another?
Yeah, I mean, the way I always look at it is like it's just like an art expression, you know. It's not really for like a payback thing at this point, but I know like our TikTok videos are definitely for like a payback thing, and those are like more fun and like for like basically you work really hard on a song and you want to promote it, so you got to figure out a way to like get your music out there. So that's like the main difference. Like music videos for us are to make sure like the fans know like, oh, this is how they envisioned it in music video form, you know, as an artistic point of view.
I don't know if this is too like personal, but would you say TikTok is the majority of where like the financial boom is for the band?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like you don't have to give me numbers or anything, but yeah, you're saying like that is like significantly like, is that bigger for you right now than touring?
Yeah, I mean, like we're so lucky that worked for us. Like,
well, you put in the work. Like, let's not pretend like you guys don't like spit out a fucking TikTok video like every single day. So like, it's not like it just like happenstance. Like not every band is putting in the work, right?
Yeah, I mean so when TikTok was like kind of like first coming out, I posted on like my original account, like my personal, I posted a video that went viral. It was like our first video. It was for like our second of all music video. It was like day one trying to blow up my bands, and they actually like blew up. And I was like,
Literally
okay,
on day one.
yeah. I was
I
like,
want to say it's how we first discovered you guys.
That's
It's just
entirely possible.
seeing that same TikTok. Maybe it was like day 2 or something.
yeah,
What
yeah.
day did it end on, by the way?
And
Like
it's
when
always
did you guys call it?
it's always day one.
Day
I
one.
just yeah, whatever works on TikTok, I kind of just go for.
You
It's
guys
like
have gotten more creative. It's like we're trying to reach like Twilight fans now. I've seen in like the
yeah,
more recent like TikToks. Yeah.
yeah. That's like kind of my role in the band is to do like our social media and like kind of get us to go viral, which is very like nerve-wracking and it's mentally taxing thing, but like I figured something out, I guess, you know, to
No,
like
you've definitely figured something out. Absolutely. Do you think you're at a stage right now where you could do one of those like 12-minute YouTube videos that's like how to go viral on TikTok?
I really, to be honest, I really don't enjoy it. I gotta be honest. I really don't like
Just like
I
the pressure eat away at you?
yeah, yeah, it's kind of it's like we take like we love making music and we love like our fans. Like we have the most amazing like fans that like go out to support us. They like go out of their way to make us like gifts every time we play a show. And like we have the street team, shouts out to Magnolia Park street team, and they like actually like I've never seen a fan base like this. Like we're so grateful. So like I just don't want to like let them down, you know? And
It
I
feels
want
very grassroots, so I understand why you'd feel that way.
yeah, I really want us to like keep on growing for to make more like fans and family. And I feel like we have a good message in our music too. Like our songs like talk about like a lot of mental health things, and we have like fun songs too. So we just want as much people as possible to hear our music at the end of the day. It's like kind of a new form of like going out and touring, you know, like when we talk to like the OGs, like when we talk to like Sum 41 or like Simple Plan, back in the day, it was just like you go and you tour the world, you know? But
Right.
now on your phone, you can just post a video and you can reach 1 million people. So it's like a different type of grinds. I look at it that way, you know?
Right. Different kind of stress, but also like rewarding. So a few questions. I actually read an interview you guys did around the time where you had just finished touring with Simple Plan and Sum 41. And you were talking about how a lot of your songs were written about mental health, and part of the stresses in your life, like most people, came from financial hardship. But it sounds like maybe the band is your full-time job now for both of you.
Yeah, we're got super lucky that like people like listen to our music and buy and like support us through merch and stuff. So yeah, I remember the first time I got to pay like Freddie a check, you know, and tell him you got to quit Walgreens, bro, because I need you with me, bro. So that was like one of the happiest days of my life.
Wait, I feel like I heard World Market earlier, and now I'm hearing
Yeah.
Walgreens.
Yeah.
I've worked a lot. I've worked many jobs.
Give me a few. Give me your last 5.
Oh man, I worked. I've worked 5 or 6 jobs. I started working when I was like 17, but I think I worked at a flea market. I worked at a perfume store. I worked at Walmart. I worked at Bed Bath and Body Works. I worked at Walgreens, and I worked at I don't know if it really counts. I worked at Planet Smoothie for about a day.
Wait, why a day?
They were just training me, and then they didn't want to hire me just yet. And then they told me they were going to call me back next week. And then the manager was on vacation. And then when he called me back, they're just, oh yeah, we just kind of got someone else from a different Planet Smoothie. I'm
Oh,
like,
fuck
damn.
them. So that's worst job. What was best? Flea market sounds cool.
The flea market. I mean, the flea market was cool. My worst job. It's kind of hard to say what the worst job was. I mean, no one likes working.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. No. But if you had to go back to one of them,
oh man, if I had to go back, maybe. And this is just like light. This isn't even that like it was that bad. Probably like Walgreens. I hated.
fucking loves Walgreens. You could tell.
I do like Walgreens when we're on tour. It's like a second home. It's like a little comfort spot for me.
That's right, where everybody knows your name. I feel you.
Tristan, do you
But,
really miss Staples or
No.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. That sounds like, what do you have, 6 customers a day?
Yeah, it was. I would basically like go on this ladder and like I would block things on the shelf and I would just sit there on my phone, kind of like posting on social media for the band or like doing band stuff for like hours while
Yeah, that
like
checks
someone
out.
was in the store. So it was a weird job. I'm trying to remember. I worked as a waiter in a retirement home. That was probably like my worst job ever because
Waiter in a retirement home.
yeah, my dad was like a chef there, so he got me like a job so I
Oh,
can
the
make.
family business.
No, it wasn't family business. My dad's actually like an animator. He worked on some like Universal projects and stuff like that, but he's like still trying to get his like big time break. That's where like for me, that's where I get my hustle and like
I
never
was
give
gonna
up.
say similar story.
Yeah, like he just like keeps on grinding and grinding, never gives up, and that's like been enforced in me. And like Freddie's the same way, so we like no matter what, we're gonna figure it out, you know?
No, I mean, like, I feel like you've mostly figured it out. I am curious, going back to that mental health thing, how do you guys protect your mental health as you get bigger, right? Because, right, however many fans you gain, like 1/100th of that, you gain additional detractors, right? So
Mhm.
like how strong are you in terms of like I'm gonna steer clear of the comments, or one of us has got to go in there and just see what people are saying so we get a vibe for if they're liking our stuff. How do you
Yeah.
approach it at this point?
For us, it's really weird. I gotta be honest. Like, we're a POC, like predominantly POC band. Like we have four
Right.
members, and Josh is black, and people don't in rock don't like that for whatever reason. And the bigger we get, the more racism, racist comments, and like either it's from like venue owners or people being weird coming out of shows, like saying weird stuff.
So you're saying not just in TikTok comments like you guys shared like a couple weeks back, but you're saying in real life.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, like, I can't it's like it really sucks to Josh is our lead singer, you know, so he gets that the most. And it really sucks, like, as like his brothers in this, like to see him like face that like so much. So it's like very like screw the haters, like, oh, this band sucks. I don't like their music, whatever. That's whatever, you know. But like to see just like hate like that for like just for existing, it hurts, you know.
And you're
Like it's
saying from venue owners, which I guess I shouldn't find that surprising, but I guess I'm just like have they not come across people of color in their business regularly, or are you saying you are playing in places where maybe a band that's full of people of color is incredibly out of place?
yeah, I mean, I forgot where it was. I think it was like Idaho or something like that. Or if we go like in the like Midwesty area or
Okay.
like Alabama area, like it just gets like I mean, we're like to be honest, there's not like a ton of people like us. Like me and Freddie are Hispanic, Josh and Joe are black, and there's like we have bands like Meet Me at the Altar, Pink Shift, Action Adventure, like all amazing bands like that we all came out at the same time. But like before us, it was like very like only a few, and that's who we looked up to, you know, like me
Right.
and
You could
Freddie.
like name them on one hand, to be fair.
Yeah. Me and Freddie used to look up to El Jefe from No Effects. You know, No Effects was like one of our favorite like bands in the punk scene. So like it was like I guess they don't see people like us, you know? And then like in the rock world, there's there's a lot of racism still to this day, which is like it's we're in 2023 right now. So you think like it would progress like past that, but it's really like stuck in the like early 2000s or not or 1990s with the way
Sometimes it feels like it's regressing a little bit in a way that's incredibly frustrating, but I'm sure you could speak a lot more to that than I ever could. So I feel like kind of what you're telling me is that like maybe there isn't an answer here, that kind of protecting your mental health at this point is just kind of like a you do your best.
yeah. I mean, we're so like we're new to this. Like we're just trying to figure out how to be a band and like how to make music and like be friends with each other and like understand each other at the end of the day. So like and we want to leave a positive impact for like our next generation of like POC artists, you know? So like the new Tristans and Freddies or the new Joshes and Joes don't have to go through like those comments or like have to show up to a venue a venue owner says some weird stuff, or like some weird like biker gang comes up to you and tries to harass you while you're just trying to load in whatever, whatever you're dealing with. Like, we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen as much. That's like one of our main goals.
Yeah, that all checks out. That makes sense. So I want to circle back to something earlier when we were kind of talking about like the band's grind when it comes to TikTok, and how that kind of pushes against the opening to Baku's Revenge, where you very explicitly say you do not want to be a TikTok band.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like we do see hate comments that are like, oh, they're only on like TikTok and stuff, and we're just like, I mean, this is just for promoting our music. We write dope music. We really believe in our hearts we write dope music, so we're like, screw all the haters. And we're very like hip hop like oriented bands too. So I asked Jay from Unity TX if he could hop on this intro, and me and Freddie scripted it out, and it came out super dope. So it was really just for fun too, so
all right, so it's not something, I feel like a lot of bands get hung up on the perception of their band, but you're saying that's maybe not as big of a something that's weighing on you.
Nah, like really, like we do it for the fan, like the actual fans of our band, because people like Bring Me the Horizon, like everyone hated that band when they came out, and then it dropped like Sempiternal, and then like everyone loved them, and then they dropped Ammo, and then everyone hated them, and now everyone loves them.
Hey, not everyone, but I feel you.
yeah, but like there's like that's been like when I see like Ollie and Jordan in interviews, they only talk about like the fans that actually care about them and stuff. And it's important to keep focus on like what you're trying to accomplish and like what message and what impact you're trying to make for your fans, or like in music in general. It's not really about like the people who like doubt you or hate on you, because there's always going to be people like that. You could be like Sleep Token and drop like a perfect album. You're going to have haters because you're just big,
I feel you. No, I'm 100% aligned with you here, but that's reaffirming to kind of hear that you guys like are managing it well. Did you want to ask a couple questions?
So, I was going to ask earlier your top 3 worst cities that you've played in, maybe outside of like venue staff not treating the band super well. And is there any path for redemption for those cities?
The worst in a fun way, I think, is what he's trying to say.
Oh, in a fun way?
Yeah.
Not worst as in like they're trash people.
Oh, okay. Damn. And a fun memory I have is like playing with Neck Deep in Arizona. There's no AC at this venue, and it was like 110 degrees outside, and inside it was a sold out show. And we were like dying, sweating. I was so worried like people were gonna start like passing out from dehydration, but like it was an amazing show. It was just like hot and like sticky, and yeah, I didn't even know what was going on. I feel
like that's like criminal to not have AC in a venue in Arizona. Like, I'm surprised they're allowed to operate. You know what I mean?
I think
the Nile.
Yeah, the Nile. I think
they make you sign a waiver before you perform just in case you died.
No, that wasn't the only venue that did that. I think it was like also Soma in San Diego. Both like amazing shows, but like it's always like when there's no AC in a venue and you have like 1,000 people pushed into one room,
Do you think they could take a little bit of that merch cut and put it towards like running the AC for a few hours?
I think so.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
As an entity, Magnolia Park feels like you operate 24/7, 365. What's the longest break this band has taken? I feel like since we discovered Magnolia Park, we've talked about you guys every other week.
Almost by design, it feels like you guys make sure we talk about you every other week.
Yeah. We yeah, I mean, we just want to drop music because we like, I think we write really cool songs and really different songs. It's not like we're dropping like 10 for 10 over and over, we're like experimenting, and we're people seem to like that we're like doing a bunch of different styles, like from Misfits to Do or Die. Those are like 2 different songs, and they're doing like our best right now, So I think that gives us the opportunity to keep on putting out music. And to be honest, in today's world, what me and Frey used to always talk about is like, how come Real Friends isn't dropping? How come like Neck Deep isn't dropping? It's been like 3 years, and we were like, I'm waiting on this music, you know. And I feel like they could like do
I
it.
feel like you're texting them personally, is what you're showing me right now.
No. Hey Ben, drop this.
Yeah, like what the fuck is going on over there?
Yeah. No, I mean like I mean in hip hop, people drop every week, you know?
Right.
So like, it's so weird for like rock fans to like deal with that, I guess. It's just like we have a lot of songs and we have like prolific writers, and I think we're trying to up the quality every time we drop. We're trying to write better and better songs. So it's not like we're just trying to throw out songs to throw out songs. We're trying to get better as songwriters, get better as musicians, make our music videos better. And we're doing this for us because we just want to drop music and play it live to some fans. So like it's definitely just that. At the end of the day, we just like doing that, you know. And we want to be different. We don't want to be like those bands. Like there's no other band like us right now that's like dropping music as consistently, that's not a bad thing if you wait. But this is just Magnolia Park. Magnolia Park, we love writing music and we love dropping music and saying the fans' reactions and like promoting our songs too. So
how closely does that align with the vision that Epitaph might have for you?
Oh man. When we were shouts out to Brett. Brett is a very smart label owner, and he's very cool, very punk rock.
Right.
Too. It's like so cool. And he just gave us a shot on Halloween Mixtape because we literally like put that out like a month, like a whole album, our first album with a month's notice, and we just like uploaded that shit, and then he trusted us to do it, and we made it pop off. So he gives us all the freedom in the world. He's like, you guys do you can put out whatever.
Right. So you almost like proved your point, right? So it's like at that point, you've got like leverage to do what you want.
Yeah. In the meetings we were having, like we were I think we're like almost in the last talks with like Hopeless Records at the time. And they were just like, oh, Halloween Mixtape's not going to count as an album if you put it out, and you guys like, so like on your contract, and then all this weird stuff. And then Brett came in at the last second. He's like, I'll give you guys a shot to do it your way. If it works, it works. But if it doesn't work, we're gonna try our way, you know? So it works, and now we just do our way, I guess, you know?
Well, that's best of both worlds, right? Because it's like they win either way, right?
Yeah, they're making Brett's going on a lot of vacations for sure.
Yeah. The win-win for Brett.
Yeah.
You were talking a little bit about how you model yourselves after hip hop. Does that also explain why you guys do so many collaborations?
Yes, for sure. Like that was another thing I wanted to do, because I didn't see like a ton of collaborations at the time, because we came from like the 2010s, and we're like not seeing everyone like kind of bunched together, and we came from like watching hip hop. So everyone's like on each other's songs, and you might have 4 people on one song, right, and doing remixes of that same song and adding more people. And that was always cool to us. And like in the hip hop world, that's like, oh, Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar on the same song, this is gonna be huge, you know? So when we got to do like a song with like Nothing Nowhere, like that gets me hyped. So I'm hoping that would get someone hyped, you know?
My experience listening to that Nothing Nowhere feature and not knowing it was coming was incredible. And then seeing what Travis Scott did a week or so ago, where he didn't label any of the features that were going to be on his album. Is that something you guys would ever try?
Oh yeah. When I saw that, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe we should do that for the next album.
It's just like, it's hard to like explain that feeling of hearing a feature without knowing it's coming. It's just like, it's a very unique thing that I haven't experienced.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to leak that to you guys. It was
no, it was appreciated. Like I said, it was just like an experience that it's like up until extremely recently I had never had before.
Yeah, it's very cool. I guess Travis Scott, like he's on a major label and stuff. They get to do stuff to Spotify to make it like specific to them. So we don't have that much pull, but we'll always figure out stuff like that, you know.
Fair. That's very fair.
Who's, for both of you, on your own personal Mount Rushmore for non-scene artists?
I'm going Kendrick Lamar for sure. Non-scene, shoot.
You can throw some scene in if you want.
They gotta go 4 though, right? Mount Rushmore's 4. Gotcha.
Damn, 4. All right, Kendrick. Man, I was not ready for this question. The
That's
Foo
all right.
Fighters.
Freddie's, you're giving Freddie time to think, which is important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kendrick.
I'm not gonna know. I have to just go off whatever is in my head at the moment.
Yeah.
You just gonna rattle off like the 4 artists that come to mind?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
100 Gex, Blink-182, Machine Girl,
Machine Gun.
and
I think they're
Explosion.
touring together.
Yeah, I saw them.
Oh, wait, like
Oh,
recently?
cool.
Yeah, I saw them in the Hard Rock.
I'm guessing it was good.
It was cool. It was kind of just weird. Like, you don't see a band like 100 Gex and expect to hear the hits. They're gonna do exactly whatever they want to do. So there was times where I just felt confused because it was like the lights would be kind of dim, and then he's just smacking like this metal thing. And then people are and then like there's these little, because they have this song called Frog on the Floor, so they had these little green squishy frogs that people bought maybe from their website. I wasn't in on the joke, but like all these people had these little frogs, and when the lights were off, people would squeeze them, so you just hear a bunch of squeaking.
This actually sounds incredible. This sounds like a
Yeah.
blast.
It was really fun, and then people were just like twerking to like some really weird songs. Like the beat would be all over the place, so watching people try to dance and twerk to like a beat that's inconsistent.
Were you strictly spectating or did you twerk at all?
No, I was spectating. I was like,
Freddie, you were twerking,
I
bro.
was like, this is too funny. And then Machine Girl was sick. It was like, I don't know how to describe them. Like I remember listening to them. I have a weird, like, I used to really be into like weird stuff, and I can listen. So if something was like really bizarre, that would automatically trigger me to like it. But like now my brain's more focused on songwriting, which kind of sucks. So I was like,
I'm sorry to hear it. So you're saying 100 Gex is not influencing Magnolia Park whatsoever?
no, I'm 100 Gex a week, a little bit, but I'm talking about like Machine Girl, because Machine Girl, like, I can't tell you a single song title or lyric.
Yeah, I haven't heard them before, so I can't really speak to it either.
It's like breakcore, but it's essentially it's like punk and electronic, and it's just a bunch of screaming over these really chaotic beats.
Yeah.
I mean, live it is. If you listen to it on record, it's more tame. But yeah, like there's nothing you can grab out of that music.
I don't know. To be fair though, your description kind of makes me sound like I'd like it.
So, yeah, I mean, but when you're listening as a songwriter, I'm listening to the songs and I'm paying attention. Like there's nothing here for me to latch on. There's nothing catchy. There's no distinct melody. I'm like, I don't know if this is good or not. I don't know how this sells, because like
How are they gonna go away with it?
How do you sell this? And then in my head, I'm like, man, I'm pissed, because that's really all I want to do. I want to make like music that is not marketable. But I want to make money. My Tesla is not going to drive itself. So
All right, Freddie.
Shut up.
Me and Freddie actually wrote we have a song.
Obnoxious how good that joke was, by the way.
Yeah. Me and Freddie wrote a song to 100 Gex instrumental called
Shut up,
Unholy
leak
Heart.
it.
No, it's on Holy Heart. It's on the EP. We wrote a chorus. We wrote the chorus to what song was it, Freddie? It was like the Skrillex Torture Me. We wrote the chorus to that instrumental because we love 100 Gex. So we were just like, what if we try to write something? And it turned into Unholy Heart, which is super weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like trying to write to the instrumental. We also listen to Sia as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like we've kind of rounded out like a 4 here.
Yeah, I think it was like 100 Gex, Machine Girl, Blink-182, and Explosions in the Sky. I mean, that's just 4 people that popped in my head.
Fair, very fair. Tristan, we get 1 from you. Was that correct?
Yeah. I got mine. It's Gorillas.
Okay.
I'm going with Bring Me the Horizon. I'm looking at my
definitely a seed band, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, and then Marvin Gaye. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There's some range there. Let me ask you something. We've gotten it a lot lately, but this week we got Billie Eilish sharing a metalcore song on their Instagram story. What artist would share your song on their Instagram story to like make your year?
Billy would make my year.
Billy's big. Like that's, if we're talking just about like reaching a huge amount of people, like that's pretty much in like the top 50.
Yeah. Damn. It would have to be no, I'm going with Billy. Freddie knows how much I love Billy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Freddie,
I
don't
don't
do
know. I'm going with Lil Huddy.
Bloody.
Lil Huddy.
I mean, again, if we're talking reach, like we're in the millions. So
Lil Huddy's cute.
I think
All
it's I
right,
think it's
there's
just
that
Huddy
too.
now, isn't it? Huddy?
Oh yeah, it is Huddy.
We dropped the Lil
when did
I
that
know
happen?
he's not Lil anymore.
last year.
He's not little
He's big
anymore.
now. He's big now.
I saw Lil Huddy with Oliver Tree.
Oh, that's a fun show.
Better or
Yeah.
worse than the 100 Gex show? Like, how did
I
that
mean,
stack up?
Oh man, that's tough because I mean, I couldn't stay for the whole Oliver Tree show. But Oliver Tree is definitely entertaining. I think he's really unique. He's really
Okay,
cool.
fair. Unique in
probably-
a different way than 100 Gex?
Yeah, unique in a different way where it's still weird, but it actually all kind of makes sense. Like he's still doing stuff that people are obviously gonna like. Or
Right.
100 Gex, like I said, you're not gonna hear the hits with 100. You're lucky if you maybe hear Money Machine.
Did you hear Money Machine? It would
I
be
did.
insane if they didn't play.
I would
Okay.
have been upset because I sat through like a lot of noise to get to Money Machine. My girlfriend saw them before. I couldn't see them because we were doing a 10 for 10 music video. But I would have wanted to see them more the first time because she said they were better and they were touring off that album with like the big album. They were touring off their second album, which didn't have as many. So I'll see them one more time and see how I feel. But I definitely think it's
I'd fucking love to see them. I think that would be an amazing show.
yeah, there's a lot of metal crossover. There was a lot of people like that looked like they were into metal.
Yeah, I think there's like definitely an intersect there as far as like alternative culture between like the kind of stuff we talk about regularly and 100 Gex. Like, and that sort of
Yeah.
explains how we got like that Craig Owens and like Fall Out Boy feature.
Oh yeah, I mean they're kind of tapped into scene stuff. I feel like someone there likes Attack because there's a song on like the first album that sounded like an Attack bridge, and I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard. So I loved it, obviously.
I think like MySpace culture is almost like the best way to sum it up, right?
Yeah,
Like
it
they
does
all
sound like
kind
my-
of like have that nostalgia to it.
Yeah, there's just something in there that does remind me of scene music and like like MySpace or Attack. It's so weird, but it's definitely there.
Okay.
And they did the Linkin Park thing too.
Ooh, speaking of Linkin Park, what's their best song?
Their best song?
Like literally their best song.
I don't know. I kind of like the hits. I'm a little basic.
It's okay if you go with a hit. It's all right to go with a hit.
Probably one step closer. It's the first that comes.
Oh, you're going all the way back.
Yeah, I used to listen to that album. And
So for you, Linkin Park got progressively worse.
no, I mean I'm the wrong person to talk about Linkin Park with because I like the hits. Like I can tell you like all their really popular songs, but if you go to the cuts to me aren't that good. I'm not into the deep cuts.
I mean, to be fair, Linkin Park is one of these bands where it's like they were never really underground. So like being into their hits makes sense. Tristan, do you have a different vibe though?
I'll go with Don't Stay. I love that riff.
That's
like my favorite.
Stay. What album was that off of?
Meteora.
God damn, I think I need to go back and listen to that. Apparently it's been too long.
It has a good riff. That's like my favorite riff, and it's like the second song off that record.
I feel like Linkin Park seems like a direct inspiration for the naming convention of your band. Is that true or not?
No, that's like the weirdest thing in the world. When
It's not weird. How did you not know that like comparison would come up?
Because we were doing like movement style music. We never thought we would go into this like new metal wave at the time.
Oh, you're saying you welcomed the comparison by starting to do new metal. Okay.
Yeah.
I
But
feel like
yeah, at the beginning, like I was just like texting the group chat, and we were just trying to come up with a name. And there's actually a neighborhood right next to us called Magnolia Park, and everyone thinks it's that, like in Orlando, but it's not that. It's really just like
it would make too much sense, apparently.
It's a strange coincidence. It's not that
Yeah,
though. I feel like it might be.
I remember it this way as like I said Magnolia as the band name, and then I think Scott put like, what if it was Magnolia Park? And our original drummer on the vocals agreed, and then I think we just went for that, if I remember that correctly, Freddie.
I mean, I have a different way of remembering it.
No, let's give it to me,
We'll
please.
go. No, I don't want to give it up.
Freddie's like, we were listening to
No, Freddie, give it
Hybrid
up.
Theory.
No, I mean, but about Linkin Park, I always thought was really cool. Like, I always kind of thought of us as like emo Linkin Park because we're similar. They did like electronic, like drum and bass and break beats, but we did trap beats.
Yeah,
and
you
they did a lot of sound design, and we do a lot of sound design. I kind of like to think we are kind of like pop punk Linkin Park, or not anymore because now we're more metal. But when Dream Eater came out, I was like, yeah, I feel like we're kind of like emo Linkin Park.
I feel like you almost said like you modernized it in a way, which makes sense to me.
Yeah, we changed the way people think about music completely.
I'm not saying you're the modern day Linkin Park. I'm just saying like you've adapted the sound and modernized it.
Yeah,
that's an old fucking band. Like that's a 25-year-old band, to be fair.
Yeah, they are old. I really like I mean, it's not like I never listened to them. I definitely listened to Hybrid Theory while playing Star Wars Battlefront.
You and me both. Yeah, 100%.
And like the AMVs, like the SpongeBob AMVs of Linkin Park.
You lose me there.
The Dragon Ball ones, not the
yeah.
SpongeBob
I was gonna say
ones.
DBZ makes a lot more sense to me.
And then I felt so bad later because eventually I just kind of started making fun of one of my friends for liking Linkin Park, even though I like low key liked it. It's because someone else made a joke, and I thought it was just funny to make fun of Linkin Park at that point because it was like the Minutes to Midnight era.
Okay, all right. So you've opened up a new question. Who was your high school bully?
I don't know if I didn't have people didn't really know who I was. I was kind of a weird kid, and people also thought I was a little crazy.
So you're saying people thought you were a little crazy, but no one made fun of you. Wild.
People definitely. I mean, they probably did. I mean, I was like, I don't know how to.
Give me a name. Somebody came to mind immediately, and I know they did.
No.
And it wasn't Tristan.
No, of course not.
Of course not. Oh, thanks, Freddie.
Did you pick on him?
No, he didn't.
Stop defending him. Let him speak for himself.
Freddie was just like, we went to the same middle school and high school, and actually Joe, our drummer now, was in the same middle school and high school. I never met him.
It's so fucking funny how that always seems to happen.
Yeah, and then he just like popped into my life, and Freddie's like, "Oh, I know this really good drummer, but he's gonna say no, so let's not even ask him." I'm like, Freddie, just ask the guy to join our band, you know?
Is that awkward? Is it hard to ask somebody to join a band?
No, it's because at the time, like Joe was in school and he was also working at Universal, and every time I would call him to hang out, he was busy. So I was like, I don't know if he's gonna join because every time I call him, he's busy. And then around the time I called him to join the band was like right when he was about to graduate, so he actually had time. Had I done it earlier, he probably might not have. But I called him like at the perfect time.
Yeah,
that's right. It's like that fine window between like him going to college or joining a band.
Yeah, like he graduated, and then I've been friends with Joe since like middle school. Oh, this is weird.
All right, so you guys were nothing but friendships in school, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, me and Tristan have been friends since middle school. It's like 7th grade.
One time I've known Freddie, and I spent a lot of time with Freddie.
Yeah.
All
right,
fine. I'll flip it. Who was your high school crush?
Freddie.
My high schoal crush?
No, stop it. Stop it.
Did I have someone I was into?
Freddie, don't fuck with us. Names.
I like Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, all right. You're going big picture. You're going theoretical.
I had my sights. I had high standards that had no business having based on my character development.
Tristan, would it be another cast member from Friends or?
I mean, I kind of like dropped out of school in 10th grade.
You can still have a high school crush even if you drop out of high school. I'll give it to you.
This girl named like Ashley. That's all I remember.
Brutal. So, absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like it never worked out, you know. You shoot your shot and you go for it.
Is that why you dropped out? You like
would be,
you were that down bad?
I got in trouble with my mom for doing some drugs, and Freddie remembers when I got shipped out to Georgia.
Wait, what do you mean you got shipped out? Shipped out in what sense? Like boarding school or some shit?
Nah, they sent me to like a Catholic school.
Oh, that
And
sounds
It's not like quite Fresh Prince style, like a little different.
the Hispanic version, I would say.
Was Catholic school cool?
No, I only lasted a week. I didn't even like.
Oh, so
not-
that's when you dropped out. So you're saying like you hit Catholic school and you were like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I came back. So I dropped out and then like I was doing school online, and then I kind of came back 11th grade for like a month or something like that, and then I dropped out of that, and I just got my GED, and then I was just like, I just really want to do music and like do that, you know. So I knew
I
what
feel
I
like your
wanted to
story
do.
probably isn't incredibly dissimilar to a lot of artists. I feel like I get that vibe a lot of the times where people are like, yeah, I'm a creative and this just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I mean, it was just weird. Like high school was a little weird for me, you know, like yeah, that's the best way I can put it. Like I enjoyed like history class and stuff like that, but a lot of anxiety, I would say. Like I didn't know like anxiety was a thing until like people told me about it. So like in high school, like why do I feel like so nervous all the time or like that? I was also pretty depressed at the time because at the same time I got like a tumor, and
Jesus.
all like I got diagnosed with Osgood Slaughters, and I was like a basketball player. And
What is,
basically,
oh, I'm sorry, hold on. What is that?
it's basically where like if you work out a lot, your one of your joints in your knee starts to like inflame a lot, and it causes like extreme pain. So I couldn't play basketball anymore. And I was like always like on the basketball team. So I got like really like sad and like depressed because I couldn't do like something I loved, you know, and I wanted to try to make it to the NBA. Now I'm just like stuck like financing like per diems from bands and like my band members for basketball games. Dude, I took Joe and Josh's money one time, like a whole week's worth of per diems. They were so mad at me. They didn't talk to me for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he took all their money. He gave him a 5-point lead too.
I did give him a 5-point lead. It was pretty bad.
Who's your team? Like, did that week in Georgia? Like, are you a Hawks fan now or?
No, my basketball team. I would
Don't
say-
take it personally.
No, I grew up in Miami, so I'm a Miami Heat fan, and yeah, I'm like Cuban, so like strong roots there for sure.
Freddie, at one point you must have gotten a text while you were in class and Tristan was like, the fuck are you doing today? Like, I'm just hanging out at the skate park. And then every day for like 2 years.
Yeah, like it was kind of weird. I knew that he went to Georgia. So like I guess there was a brief moment where we didn't talk too much, and that must have been when he left. I don't think I fully knew. And then he came back to school, and that's when we started hanging. Well, actually, no. One day I was outside skating, and then he was at the courts, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "Not much." He's like, "I have a drum set." I'm like, "All right, yeah, let's jam." And then we just jammed all the time, and then that's how kind of this whole band started. It was just like we were just jamming.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I would be like in school or doing schoolwork, and Tristan was in school a little bit too. But we would just he would just call me. He's like, "Hey, I got this idea," because he used to live like 10 minutes away from me, and then I would just come over and play drums, and that's how we wrote a lot of songs. That's how our sessions turned into like 12-hour sessions, because like I would come over and then I would just stay the whole day and be like working on songwriting.
So it's interesting that I feel like you told me like the inception of your band sounds like it happened like when you guys were both teenagers, but you also said you were in I'm sorry, I Met a Yeti.
Yeah, I mean, so Magnolia Park has only been a band since like late 2019.
Right. So you guys, it sounds like you guys were always making music together, but it never actually like coalesced into a project until later.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
he was in another band, and then we would just support each other.
Yeah.
And then he had his alt band, and then I was like, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Tristan, what was
And
your
then-
band? Did we get a name?
I was actually in a band with Josh. Like this is called like Of Autumn. So I joined his band for like 2 weeks, and I asked Freddie to join. And he said he really hated the drummer, and so he wanted to leave and start a new band. And that's
that drummer must have sucked.
Freddie went in on
No, it's not like he sucked. It's just I've been lucky with drummers. Every drummer I know has been crazy. And then when you play with someone who's not as good at drums, and you're just like, oh man, it turns out I guess my friends are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I got upset, and this was when I was like I was working like 2 jobs, and we would practice at like midnight, and I wake up at like 5, and I just felt like I was in a weird time with music because that was around the time I quit Yeti because I felt like it wasn't for me. I felt like whatever I had to offer to that genre, I was like, I can't provide anything. And I left, and then uh, I was just looking for a place. I was pretty much like just looking for a home. It's like a job. Like when you need to keep looking for the job that you're going to sit with.
Yeah.
It's actually incredibly forward thinking, honestly, to like sort of look at your position in the band and be like, yeah, I think I've like done everything I can for you guys. I'm just going to step away.
Yeah.
I mean, Freddie left I try to start bands with Freddie all the time, like while we were growing up, and he
Freddie left your band too?
Yeah, Freddie was multiple bands.
This is the alt band
Yeah.
I was talking about. He had an alt band, and then we liked it, and we found it was just like really discouraging because we couldn't find a singer, but we found this one person who was insane.
Yeah.
And then turned out they had they just had some issues. They couldn't handle being in the band at that time. And that hit me really hard because I was like, man, this guy's really good. And then I don't know, everything just didn't feel right. And then that's when the pop punk thing kind of happened. And I thought I knew who Movements was, but it turns out I didn't. And I wasn't super into it. And then I quit. I quit like 3 different bands before landing in Magnolia Park, and Tristan wasn't 2 of them.
Yeah. But
well, I'm glad things worked out in the end.
Third time's the charm, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically Scott, our original drummer, he got us into like Movements and stuff. So we were just like, and I felt like me and Freddie were just like desperate to give our all to the band because we were like, we just wanted to figure it out. And we stole Josh from that band, and we had Scott, a great drummer, and me and Freddie, we can write songs. So it kind of just like happened that way,
Okay. So Moon Eater and Soul Eater come out August 18th on Epitaph Records.
Yeah.
There's a super cool special project that you can't tell us about that's happening in October. All that being said, thanks guys for coming on the show. I really appreciate you guys giving us the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I am going to let Marcus choose one last question to ask you though before you go. We're going to go out on this question. Marcus is going to ask you one last question. Before he does that, is there anything else you guys want to say? Social media handle you want to give out? Project? Anything?
Yeah.
Chord Fest is coming up, but we might be past that by the time this drops. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have a West Coast headliner. We're on tour with TX2, 408, and oh no, I'm blanking. They're
Pop Tropical Sluts, right?
PTS, my favorite group. Oh no. And we're gonna go all the way up to When We Were Young Fest, and we're super excited to play that.
Oh wait, shit! Did you guys play that last year, or is this your first time?
This is our first time.
Oh, dope. Okay, that's gonna be cool.
And then there's this organization called the Trans Travel Fund. If you want to donate there, it's to give like public transportation and like safety for like trans people like traveling. So they like people like bad people like to attack these people for no reason, and this would help them get like safe transportation.
Yeah, it's like an Uber because like I think we found it's like primarily based in New York.
Okay, well that's a cool idea. Yeah, we'll make sure to put a link of that in the description of this episode.
We used to have it in our little tree, but I don't know if we have one anymore.
So thanks again, Magnolia Park, for joining us, Tristan, Freddie. Marcos just wants to ask you before you leave.
What's the state of the scene?
No, fuck that question. No, we're done with that question. No. No. No.
No,
We're gonna pick one of the other questions on that board.
Well, now I don't even know which one.
No, I'm letting you choose.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. Okay, are aliens real?
Of course.
No.
Who's gonna go no?
Here's my conspiracy. Okay, so Blink-182.
Sure.
When they dropped Enema of the State, when did you hear about aliens? When Tom started talking about them. That's when this whole alien thing started. And then also,
wasn't X-Files a thing way before?
I don't know if the timeline.
I don't know about that. I wasn't born then. I don't know. So like And then in 2020, Tom was back in the band or something like that, and aliens pop up again. You tell me what's real.
I think I'd go further deep state here and be like, the perfect disguise for being an alien would be to be Tom DeLonge at this point.
Oh,
right? Exactly.
yeah. And yeah. Oh, what if they cloned, because he doesn't, after like he joined the band, he has this weird accent now. So maybe they cloned.
Hold on, shut the fuck up. Did I never notice this?
Yeah, after he rejoined, he has a weird like accent now. So maybe
hasn't he always pronounced words like a fucking absolutely insane person? Like, isn't that his whole thing?
No. He was pretty good.
No, they make t-shirts of his words when he sings them because they're so fucked up.
Yeah, but it was like self-titled, or like the self-titled album, Blink-182, like with like I Miss You and stuff.
Yeah.
After that, he put on an accent, and
yeah, the Angels and Airwaves era.
Yeah, so I feel like that's what happened.
If I was an alien, I would name my band Angels and Airwaves. Thanks, guys. I appreciate having you on.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.